Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Çeliksoy. I am a licensed immigration solicitor in the UK and a licensed immigration attorney in the US. So today I bring you another client of mine, Emanuel. Hi Emanuel, welcome.
Hi, thank you.
How are you today?
I'm fine.
Good. So today we are going to talk about again the global talent visa, and Emmanuel is here to share his own experience of applying the global talent visa and getting his application approved. So we are going to discuss what the global talent visa is, who is it for, and what are the requirements, and basically who can apply. And we will look at Emmanuel's experience to learn more about the global talent visa. I am sure there might be people out there who are watching this video who are wondering about what the global talent visa is. So this video is for you. Emmanuel, can you please tell me more about your background? Like, when was the first time you came to this country? How long have you been here? Maybe like we can build your background a little bit further.
Well, the first time I came here, I studied my master's degree in Durham. Then I came back to my country, Mexico, for a couple of years and started PhD after that in here.
In Nottingham University, right?
University, yeah.
Perfect. So, of course, we are going to talk about the global talent visa. So, can you please tell me how you heard about the global talent visa, how you decided to apply for it?
Yes, well, as I said, I did my PhD here. So I had a student visa. Right after I finished, I had to change to a different kind of visa because I want to stay here for longer. And I had a skilled worker visa for a couple of months, but I wanted to have something more that more in a permanent thing to establish eventually have an indefinite leave to remain. So I found this global talent visa and I thought I might be suitable for that.
Perfect. What made you to think that you are suitable for the global talent visa at that time?
Because the requirements, they're not too hard to accomplish, for me at least. Being a student and a PhD, I thought I might be a good fit.
For the global talent, right?
Yes.
So, do you think that the global talent visa is for people who have Nobel prizes, or like who are really very established in their career, like having like hundreds of publications, thousands of citations? Do you think is it for those people?
No, not at all. In my case, I remember back then I was author in just a few papers and co-author in a few others, less than 10 in total. So, yeah, and as I said, I had no experience because I was just finishing my PhD. So, no, it doesn't require like a lot of achievements.
Yeah, even people at the beginning of their journey, they can apply for the global talent visa. This is what you have done, right?
Yeah, and I think that's the point of this visa, actually. The name of it is Global Talent. The whole name is Global Talent Promise. So the promise part is sometimes overseen. What they want to see is that you promise as a researcher or academic to bring something to the country.
So basically, as you kind of mentioned, there are two different categories, right, in the global talent visa. One is exceptional talent,
Yes.
and the other one is exceptional promise. So in your case, we applied for exceptional promise, I think.
Yes, that's right. I went for the peer review route.
Peer review route and under the exceptional promise category. So, but when I look back, I remember that you tried to apply for the global talent visa on your own, just like I think you contacted me after a month or something, and that application, your initial application was denied, right? So why do you think that your initial application was denied by the endorsing body?
Well, back then I had no idea what did I do wrong, right? Because I had all the requirements. I tried to submit all the forms and documents in the best way. But something was missing, and I think that was something that you helped me to achieve, which was a point of view from like a different perspective. Try to make these documents especially for the reviewers. I don't know how to explain it, but
I think because like what I see in most of my clients, like when we have these first meetings or when they approach me for the global talent visa, of course like they are expert in their field, they know their field well, they know what publications they have made so far, they get reference data from, let's say, their supervisors or line manager, and then they put everything together, and it is an application, of course, but that just because you know your field, you know what you have done, that doesn't necessarily mean or reflect that in your application, basically. And that's where we try to kind of like jump in and help people to make a nice reflection of their achievements in their application. This is what we have done in your case as well. You had like several publications already, you had some little job experience, you had a PhD, but your field was suitable for the global talent exceptional promise. That's what we kind of focused on your application, right? We said that like we listed your achievements, we made a nice story, and we also highlighted what kind of contributions you might make in the UK. That kind of help us to get your second application approved when you started working with us. But let's move on. I'm going to ask you one more question about the application process. So what did you include in your application? Like how many publications you had at that time? How many citations did you have at that time? So like basically what kind of materials that you used in your application?
you mean in the original one?
I mean the second one.
The second one, yeah.
The second one that was approved. Yeah.
Yes, well, as you mentioned, I try to include all these details in order to highlight the parts of my CV that were more relevant to the topic the country is more interested on. So yeah, we mentioned as much as we could publications, citations, but mostly grants awarded, funds, projects I've been working. So all these things together, and as you said, putting it in a very good narrative. That's what helped me to get it.
So in terms of those grants, like I think we need to clarify something, because like people who are watching this video, probably they are working on different projects, and then they might get some grants, research grants collectively with their research team or the team they are working with. So in terms of those grants, did you basically manage to get those grants alone, or like was it part of a research team?
Well, in most cases, it was part of the research team.
Yeah.
So you don't need to be the principal investigator in these projects to be able to mention them on the visa application.
So long as you are working as a researcher in a project that was funded externally, then you could use it in your global talent visa application, right?
Of course, because at the end you are part of that project. So you have to mention your contribution, and they also interested on the amount of the budget they spend on this project.
Yes.
And how you contributed to make it.
I think that is very, very, I mean, I have done many global talent visa applications for my client, and I think like if you have any amount of grant, or like if you are part of a research project that was awarded any amount of grant externally, that is a good indication for you to show that you are going to be a future leader in your field, right? So if you are applying under the exceptional promise category, then if like you are involved in any projects that are funded, that is a good indication that in the future you might get further or bigger funds, bigger grants to do your research in that field. I think that is very important, and it was very useful in your case as well, I believe.
Yes, that's right. That also shows that you know the process.
Yeah.
Because it's very important. It's not that easy. First time I was involved in one of these projects, I had no idea what to do with it. But yeah, second one, third one, you get to know the process, and that's something they want to know as well.
Perfect. Let's move on to the benefits of the global talent visa. Let's say for people who have never been in the UK, so anyone can apply for the global talent visa. They don't have to be in the UK, right? Let's say if they are considering to apply for the global talent visa, what are the benefits? Why should anyone consider applying for the global talent visa compared to any other work visas?
Well,
Because you have been in skilled worker visa before, you have that experience, now you are on
Yes.
global talent visa.
That's right.
I think you are the right person to make that comparison.
yeah, I also had the student visa.
Yeah.
And I could get the graduate visa because that's something you can ask for. It's kind of an extension of a student visa. But I decided to skip this one because it doesn't add to total years. There's a certain amount of time you have to spend with a visa to be able to get the citizenship or indefinite leave to remain at some point. But if you have certain kinds of visa, like the graduate one, the years you have it doesn't add up to the total amount of years required. So that's one of the reasons I decided to go to Global Talent, because the extension is very long compared to the others. That's one. The other thing is it doesn't require you to have a sponsor company or school or anything like the or a contract like the working visa does. And the third one is yes, that at the end of it, if you already had a student visa or similar one, you can apply for a IRL.
Yeah, I think that's very, very good points, and you summarized the benefits of the global talent visa very well. So my question is basically, so because you were someone who came through this process, you had the student visa, you had the skilled worker visa, you have the global talent visa, but probably what I'm gonna ask is basically having did you see any benefits of the global talent visa in your job applications? Because once you have the global talent visa, you can work for any employers, or you can even do your own work. You can be self-sponsored, right? So once you get the visa, you have the right to work in this country, and there's no restriction on that. So would that really help to get in new jobs or extra jobs or changing the employers? What can you tell me about that?
Yes, definitely, it helps a lot. Most of companies here recently it's getting harder for them to sponsor a international worker. So if you already have one of these visas, it's easier for them to accept you, regardless your background or your nationality.
So when actually we know this, and anyone who are in the UK probably they would know this, but this is for those who are not familiar with the UK system. When you are making a job application here, you are usually asked whether or not you have the right to work, right?
Correct.
So you need to say yes or no. If you say no, then you are basically asking that particular employer to sponsor yourself in your visa application. And recently, most of the universities, most of the companies, they are not very eager. Actually, they are so reluctant to sponsor people. That is where the benefits of the global talent visa comes in, because basically you got the work permit now. You can say, yes, I have the right to work in this country, and probably that would really help you to get shortlisted for interview, even get the job, I think. Right?
That's right.
So thank you very much, Emmanuel. Are there do you have any recommendations for people who are like yourself? You are in the field of engineering, you are in academia. So are there any recommendations or any suggestions for those people who would like to apply for the global talent visa?
Yes, I would say prepare all your documents the best way you can. As we mentioned, try to include the details of all sorts of grants or work or job experience or publications, and even the smaller ones or not, even those you think you're not that relevant, as long as they are related with the topic, with your field of study, should be all right. Also, try to add even like other kinds of things like volunteering and external experiences, even if it's not part of the of a proper job. Again, as long as they are part of the field, it all adds
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, so long as like they are relevant to your field and that can be showed as your experience, skills, qualifications. I think everything that you could use to show your skills, qualifications, experience in this field, and that's gonna help you to prove your potential to become a future leader in your field. I think all those can be included in the application, but especially people who are like studying their PhDs. I think the most important thing for them, and as I always say that, maybe like networking and collaboration, right? Getting involved in different projects with different people, because that is the biggest indication of your potential. Because people who are at the beginning of their career, like yourself, you are going to say that I am not a leader in my field yet, but I have this potential to become a leader in my field. So if like, then the easiest way to prove that is like your collaborations, your network,
Yes.
your involvement in different projects in your institutions and other institutions as well, right?
Yes, and it's not only about publications.
Yeah.
Those are important, of course, but also conferences, workshops, uh, teaching materials.
Yes.
Everything you do adds up.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Emmanuel. I think this was very useful. I am glad that you accept this invitation and came here to have this chat with me today. And thank you very much for sharing your experience of the Global Talent Visa. And I hope this video is helpful for you guys who are watching this video. We are bringing our clients to here to share their experience on applying Global Talent Visa or other work visas or other UK visas, in order to show you guys how you can basically think about these visas, maybe prepare your own application. If you are someone who is wondering more about the Global Talent Visa application, you can send us your up-to-date CV. You can just email your CV to us and we can make a free evaluation. If we believe that you may meet the criteria for the Global Talent Visa, we can set up a meeting, an online meeting, and we can discuss your case and we can discuss how your application can be prepared. We are here to help you guys to come and work in the UK on the Global Talent Visa, and we would like you to get benefits of the Global Talent Visa and enjoy its flexibility and the freedom. Thank you very much for watching the video and see you next time.